Hello, good evening. It is Thursday. It's Thursday night. Hi, it's Thursday night. Welcome to Conscious Creators Toolbox. I'm Jean. I'm Jean Aaron, and it is absolutely my delight, my pleasure. I'm excited to be here tonight. Thursday. We're here every Thursday night, 7 o'clock, for about 45 minutes to an hour, sometimes a little bit over. We just kind of run over sometimes, but we try to keep it under an hour. So we come in to the Conscious Creative Toolbox is an opportunity for me to share and tell you, encourage you to understand and to believe and to know and to live who you are and what you are and whose you are. And just in case I don't want to miss a chance, so let me tell you that you are an unlimited, unrestricted, created being, created in the image of your creator, your maker, your father, your great I am, divine father, whatever you call God, whatever you call your source, that, that part of you that is eternal, that gives you that eternal life, that eternal existence, that eternal being. You're created in that image, and his image, her image, its image. I don't know. God's not a man that he should be like us to try to figure out who he is. But you're created in the image of your source. And you can do and you can have and you can be absolutely everything that your creator can do, can be, can have. Your creator, your father, your divine, at least mine, withholds nothing from me. Absolutely nothing. All the power that is Father's is my inheritance, and for you as well. And it's my joy to be able to share that with you every Thursday night and every chance I get. I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today, and we were talking about uh, the names for God, and I said, my neighbor downstairs calls him Fred. I was watching a movie last night, and they called him Papa. So I call him many names, but I call it my source. I call it love. I call it my why I'm here, how I'm here. I belong to God. I belong to my source, and source belongs to me. I can't ever say it. I kind of restrict myself sometimes from saying that I'm near to God. I'm near to my source. Near kind of indicate that there is a separation from us. I am not separated from him. Jesus, the master, ah, the, the son, he said, you see Father, you see me. So Father and I are one. So my creator, my maker, my source, and I are one. And you are too. Whoever that source, or however you perceive or envision or believe that source to be, that's who you are, made in the image of. And you can do all that. You can you can imagine or just believe that your source can do. So that's what I do. I like to do that every Thursday night. You're listening to Chandler Moore, and he's talking about it's not a Christmas song, but I've been listening to him off and on today. He's talks about feelings. We were talking. He has a new album, in fact, a new CD, and it's called Feelings. We have no rights to the music, and I want Facebook to understand that. We just play it, and we totally enjoy it. I don't know. I can't imagine a life without music. But anyway, that was Chandler Moore, and like I said, he has an album called Feelings, but that particular piece is called It's Okay. I think it's okay. And basically, he said it's okay to have feelings. Yeah, it's okay to have feelings. So that's what that's the message tonight. I'm going to be talking about feelings, and we're going to be talking about feeling the spirit of Christmas, the spirit of the season that we're in. And really, we feel it, we have that feeling. We feel all the time. We feel all year round, but, it's heightened and intensified this time of year, every year. I love, 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 love Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year because for the memories, for the most part, I have wonderful memories of Christmas that's gone by in the past. And just beautiful memories with my family and my friends. And now that I'm a grandma, I have even funnier memories, and I can laugh at mom and dad, but anyway, but it is my favorite time of the year. And one of the main reasons that it's my favorite time of the year is because it's such an intensified period of time where our vibrations are so high. They're so, oh my goodness, we are so joyous and we're so in love and we're so, running around expressing all these, just demonstrating gratitude and kindness, acts of kindness and loving on each other and sharing and giving and receiving. And just being at peace. This time of year, we hear of more heroes just coming out of the woodwork, with bags of money, coming down the chimney and, all those kind of things. But flying through the sky with some reindeers and stuff. All those miracles at Christmas time that that we get to experience and we get to be a part of. Some of us are heroes, some of us are Santa Claus, and some of us, come down the chimney, or we fill stockings. So we get to do those things, and we do them with such joy and such deliberation and such intention this time of year that our vibration, it goes off off the chain. So it's no wonder that people can look out on Christmas Eve and actually see somebody flying through the air. I wouldn't be surprised. Miracles happen at Christmas time. But Christmas is also I think at the weeks between Christmas and New Year's is the most incidence of suicide. And so we can run the gamut. You know how we are. We do it. We either do it, we don't do it small. We do it big all the time. We do it big to the joyous side and blissfulness, or we'll go all the way to the depths of depression and want to just give it up. But tonight I'm going to talk about feeling. I'm going to talk about, just kind of like some general truths about and understandings about feelings. So I want to do that. But before I do, I want to kind of mention a couple of things. Next week, I'm not sure if John Wesley, he's one of our spiritual teachers, and I'm not sure if he's going to be here with us or if he's going to be delivering a recorded message. So we'll see. But he'll be speaking next week, either live or a recorded message next week. And I'm not sure if it will be a Christmas message or if it will be something else. So I don't know the title of his message yet. So watch out for next week for John Wesley. He's out in LA, so I don't know if I didn't get a chance to speak with him today or yesterday. So hopefully he'll be able to tune in and see what's going on, and maybe he'll just drop by and let us know whether he's got to be with us or not next week, live or record it. But anyway, he will. You'll hear a message from him next week. Then the following week I'll be back to share my last message of the year. We're wrapping up 2021. Finally, it's been a very interesting year for me. All the years are wonderful and great, and I'm thankful for them. But it's been a really interesting, been very, very challenging for me. I say for me and my family and some of my friends. I've lost a couple of friends. In fact, last week I went to a funeral of a former neighbor of mine, and I'm still kind of getting my bearings and the world. Every time I lose a member or a friend or a family member, the world seems a little bit empty, or emptier than it was, before they left us. But I want to just kind of shout out to her family and let them know that I'm still in mourning, and I'm still, grieving for their loss. But I'm also in celebrating and remembering, our my beloved sister friend, Spencer. I'll miss her until we meet again. And I remember all the things she talked about and told me uh, about the goodness of God. Absolutely, she was a true she was a true advocate for Father, and I know Father is proud of her. Proud of her. I am. Anyway, back to announcements. A couple of more announcements. I am excited to announce that Jay Jay Johnson will be with us after Christmas. I think that first Thursday in January, she's going to be doing a twist on tarot, and we were inviting you if you're interested in learning a little bit more about tarot. We've got about 25 seats available for that session. I'm not sure how often she's going to come. I'm trying to get her to kind of sign in for us, and maybe do some card readings here and there and periodically, and kind of give us some words of encouragement. When if you get the opportunity to sit in on that session, I want you to be as, just ask her, give her questions, flood her with questions and get an understanding, get all of your um, questions answered about the, the art of tarot card reading and oracle card reading, what they mean, what it's all about, so that you can be in the know and maybe dismiss some of the misconceptions about it, or just a better understanding. And if you still want to, put a big question mark about it or stick a fork in it and save it for later, that's okay. But you know what I say? I say, get an understanding, ask the questions, get your questions answered, be open-minded, because absolutely, there is absolutely nothing in this world that's created in this that we should dismiss as being judging as to whatever it should be. We should be open and at least open enough to understand it, whether we accept it or not, but at least hear it out. And don't be so paranoid about your belief that you're afraid somebody's going to take it away from you. Because I tell you what, if it's easily taken away from you, then it wasn't a belief. It wasn't a grounded belief in the first place. So don't be afraid to put it to the test. In fact, God tells us, test it. God tells us that. He says, test and see. He also said, taste and see. That's a test too. But anyway, those are my announcements. I have a couple of more, but I think I'm going to save those because we still got some irons in the fire, some things on the uh, kind of I'm trying to get it stirred up so I can put it on the stove so we can get it cooking. But I got some really great treats and some really great ideas for you coming up next year, if all goes well, and we believe that it will, because that is our intention, that things will go and we manifest and we create the our realities and the things that we want. So if it's for the higher good, because that's one of the things that's my only qualifier is to seek and understand that if 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 it's for my higher good, bring it on. If it's not, show me something that is, and that's how I approach pretty much. I try to approach pretty much everything. Though I kind of keep it, I kind of keep myself honest. I mean, I still get to the point when I don't get what I want, but you know, I figure that must be something better in store if I don't get that particular item or whatever it is I want. I must be gonna get a green one because it matches I don't know, that's my color or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, welcome to Conscious Creators Toolbox. I want to shout out to Interfaith Truth Center. I was with them on Sunday. I was out there on Sunday with them. Usually they're on the fourth Sunday, but I was there this past Sunday, which I believe was the second Sunday, because our leader, our mom, she was out of town. She was somewhere baking cookies. Can you believe that? She left us to bake some cookies. Okay, but she went to Chicago to be with some friends and family up there to bake cookies, and I understand that they bake tons and tons of them. So I don't know. I think they were passing them around to the neighborhood, into centers and things like that. But anyway, I hope she brings a box some home to us. But anyway, I was there with her Sunday. It was a really good time. We talked about the manger. I think I posted it. I did. I posted the message on the Facebook page. So if you get a chance, or YouTube channel, get a chance to download it and listen to it. Share it, because it was it was a good message. I thought it was a good message. It was given to me, and I passed it on to you. Um, so hopefully you get an opportunity to hear it and share it. Basically, talking about we are the manger for the love, the Christ spirit, the birth of Christ in ourselves and in our lives. So take a listen if you get a chance to hear that. But on with tonight's message. On with tonight's message. You are not your feelings or emotions, and your feelings and your emotions don't have to bring you down. All right. I don't care what they say. They're just feelings. Okay, they're just feelings. Again, I wanted to let Facebook know that we were listening to Chandler Moore before, and we have no rights to the music, but we just enjoy it. So we want to let them know that we respect Chandler and we give him all his propers and all his due. So thanks for allowing us to play and share a little bit of Chandler tonight. So we are not our feelings. We are not our emotions. We're not our moods. We're not our thoughts. We're not the words that we say. We're not. We're not the actions. We're not even our behaviors. People will look at you and they say, Uh, I hear parents say, "You're just a bad boy because you're acting bad. You're a bad boy. Look what you did." No, it's because they did what they did does not mean that they're bad. Okay, uh, there's not a qualification for being bad because of the way we act. No, we are not our feelings, and we're not our emotions. We're not our thoughts or our moods or our words. But there is a clincher to that. It sounds good. So, yeah, okay, we're not. All right, what does that mean, Jimmy? Well, we're not. We're not. We're not at all. But the clincher is that we are responsible for all of those. We're responsible for our feelings or the result or what comes after our feelings. We're responsible for the result or the consequences of our thoughts. We're responsible for our emotions, the consequences of our emotions. We're responsible for, the dispositions that we take and the consequences of how the mood that we find ourselves in. We are responsible for the words that we dish out to one another, into situations and into the world, because all of those, all of that, they're just instruments, they're tools, some of them are very powerful tools. And if we didn't have them, we would be somewhat handicapped in in life, and just in life, and particularly a manifestation, because all of those, pretty much each one of those items is part of, it's required, it's a must, it's a gotta have when we're talking about manifestation and creativity. All right, so all of these are creative tools. They're in your toolbox. That's what I come here on Thursday night to talk about usually, is your creative powers and your creative abilities, those things that describe what you're all about, what you can do and how you do it, and what you use to get it done. Okay. Well, anyway, so but the clincher again, the clincher is, even though none of these are you, none of them are you, but you are absolutely, without a doubt, the only person that's held responsible for the consequences of all of those. All right. So remember that. But they're not you. So that is the main reason I'm here tonight, to let you know that your feelings are not you. But I'm gonna ask you something. I'm just gonna just put it out here. And I want you to be honest. You ain't gotta answer me because I can't hear you in no way. But you answer yourself. Answer this for yourself. How many times have you said or have you thought to yourself, I'm angry. I am mad. I am sick and tired of this or sick and tired of that. I am so worried. I am, I'm depressed. This is just, I am an unhappy camper right now. I am so PO'd that I could, take somebody's head off. How many times have you said that or thought it to yourself? Huh? 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 All right. I am is the two most powerful words you could ever utter or think or imagine, or they're just powerful. They are the most powerful two words ever in all times. And what you put behind them, what comes after I am, is basically your statement of manifestation. All right. I am that I am. God said, tell them I am. Who sent you? Who sent you? Moses said, oh my God, tell them who sent me. Everybody's got their own God. They got somebody, who am I? Tell them that I am sent you. I am. Yeah, I am sent you. All right. And I am that I am. But when we run around and we're talking about I am tired and I am sick and I am angry and I am PO'd and I am mad and I am worried and I am scared and I am frustrated and I am happy and I am joyous and I am delighted and I am full and I am all of those things that we say, the declarations of what we want to, whether we want it or not, what we are calling in to our existence, into our reality, into our me, into us, bringing it to us. Okay. So, how often do you say that? I am. When I was going through my life coach training, one of the girls that was one of my uh, teachers or one of my mentors, I think she was a mentor at the time, and she was kind of a study partner. She was from Russia or somewhere in the Soviet Union. I'm not exactly sure where. And we were discussing, talking about manifestations and how powerful the word "I am" is. And I discovered from her, excuse me, I discovered, from her, talking with her and just learning from her, mentoring from her, I understood that in her country, they're very cautious about what goes after I am. And I don't even know if well, I don't know what their faith is, but anyway, they're very cautious about what goes after I am. And she understood it. And I think it was the first time that it was kind of laid out to me where I thought, oh, I am always telling somebody I'm sick of them and I'm tired of them and I'm, I'm whatever. I'm always saying that. And she says, yeah, but you're really not. You're feeling it, you're experiencing it, but you're not all of those feelings and all of those thoughts and all of those attitudes and all of those dispositions and moods. You're not it. You experience them. You may entertain them for a period of time. You may wallow in them. You may, just rub around and be happy in them if it has happened to be something that makes you feel good and happy. But the feelings are not you. And I think ever since she expressed that to me, I discovered that I was using it a lot and very frequently, all the time. You know, I'm this and I'm that and I'm, whatever. That's what I was declaring. But after, after talking with her and getting that understanding, that awareness, I kind of switched it up a little bit. I still catch myself at times because, habits are hard to break. My grandmother she if she caught us doing something, she immediately got, she didn't let it. If she caught it before it kind of got, ingrained in us, she made sure that we understood there was a process and getting deprogrammed and getting rid of habits. But that's a habit that's kind of a work in progress for me. So because I do, I'm guilty. I'm not gonna, I'm just asking you. That's why I tell you to really have to answer me because I'm not going to answer you, but I will tell you that I'm still working on the I am statement and realizing what I'm saying because it's just such a habit that you just say, I'm sleepy, I'm tired, I'm whatever. We're always saying that. So even though we say that, understanding again that we're not our feelings is what I want to get across tonight. Do whatever it is that you have to do to remind yourself, to change that script, to change that way of expressing how you're feeling, what you're experiencing, because you're not any feeling, you're not any thought, you're not. You may have been the thought of father, maybe, but I don't know. But you're not that. You are a created being, created in the image of your creator, your maker. And you can do whatever your master, your creator, your source can do. And that is not a thought. That is not a feeling. That is not an emotion. That is not a mood at all. All right. And I don't care, even the positive side, really, even the positive things. You're experiencing happiness. You're experiencing joy. You're experiencing gratitude. You're experiencing these things because you are so far over and beyond what a feeling is because feelings change. You're not changing. Feelings come and they go. You are here to stay. You are an eternal being. Feelings, you can run a gamut of a boatload of feelings in an hour. You can have all kind of feelings in an hour. But you're a being that changes not, like your father, like your source. So no, you are not. You are not a feeling. You're not a feeling, you're not a thought, you're not a mood. You're not an action, you're not a behavior. You're an unlimited and unrestricted being, created by your creator, by your maker. And you can do a whole bunch of stuff, right? So, what are feelings and emotions anyway? What are we talking about then, Jean? Yeah, okay, what is it? And why? Well, let me ask you this. Here's another question to kind of put out there. Why do we find it so comfortable? I'm asking myself that too. I've answered it, by the way. Why do we find it so comfortable and convenient, so darn easy to slip our identity into feelings, emotions, thoughts, moods? We can, I mean, I'm blue. I'm in a blue mood. No, you're feeling a little melancholy. You're feeling a little lonely, but you're not blue. Uh-uh, you're not. No. So tonight I want to look at feelings and emotions, but I also want you to keep in mind that you're not your thoughts, and you're not your moods, and you're not your behavior and your actions either. So when I'm sharing it with you tonight, you can apply it to the moods and the words and the thoughts, and those added, you can, all those other things you can report, because you're none of those. You're not a thought. You're not a mood. You're not a belief. You're none of that. Okay, so you can apply what I'm saying tonight to all of those as well. So when we say when we, well, it's easy. Why is it so easy for us to just do that? To just slip into that, telling, confessing that we're mood. It's a habit. It's a habit. It's a habit that we get into because we know we don't really understand. And then when we do understand, again, it's a habit, so we got to break it. So we don't understand, we fail to realize that we're not aware. Sometimes we're not even aware that we're doing it. We say, I mean, if you recorded yourself all day and then you sat down at night and you realized how many times you said I am, you would probably be, wow, I'm pretty conceited. That's how you manifest. That's how you create. That's what you do. That's how you do it. All right. So don't feel bad that you use that all day, because you are the center of you're the center of your world. You're the captain of your ship. So it's okay. It's all right. But you are none of those conditions. None of them. So, what are emotions and feelings? Well, the word emotions, it goes back to the 16th century, I believe. I think I read somewhere, and it started with from a French word, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, émouvoir, which means to stir up, and the Latin derivative of that would be émouvoir, which means move out, or remove or agitate. Emotion basically um, represents both movement, and it has its origin, or it's assigned its meaning, uh, to be physical disturbance. Disturbance. In other words, emotions are simply internal movements of energy that causes disruption to our neurological, physiological state, our body. All right, and that could be in the form of those emotions or those feelings, because when you have an emotional feeling, it's it creates a movement in your body, an emotion in your body, and you can sense it, you can feel it, you can feel that movement. It's like uh, you get this tightness in your stomach when you're upset and you're frustrated and you're angry. You get this tightness, and you can feel it somewhere in your body, your tightness. Or when you're happy and you're happy about something, it's another. You get another feeling that maybe feels a little bit lighter, or your body warms up, or you tingle, or have these tingling sensations. You know, when you are sensing or having feelings or having emotions, because you sense it in your body. It's a disturbance. It's a disturbance in your body. And it could be a disturbance like, maybe gas. It could be gas too, it's a disturbance too, kind of feels, like what a belch or whatever. But it's still movement. So it's basically energy. It's energy that's moving about, stirring up, being disturbed, and being displaced, that's moving because of something that you feel, that you're feeling, that you thought. and and emotion would be something, like I said, it's very something similar to energy that's built up, something similar to gas or belching or whatever. But we all have it. We all have emotions. Have we all have them. Okay. Feelings, on the other hand, it's still energy. It's energy, and that energy we call it thought. So feelings are associated with your thought or your thinking, your ideas, or your beliefs. You get feelings. They're in conjunction with those thoughts and ideas and beliefs. And sometimes you could talk yourself into a feeling, or when you're listening to music, and you can talk yourself into having a feeling from music. I remember I was speaking with a friend last night. We were talking about intuitive dancing, and I said, I remembered, the drums, because I dance and do with the drums, like the shaman. But after we finished, I put my headphones on and I turned on some drumming and did a little dancing, and I felt it. I felt, the movement and the music, and just felt the emotions, the sensation, and the music, like thinking and visualizing the music. Just kind of felt it. That my body was responding to it, through emotion. So feelings are usually associated with emotion. Sometimes they say emotions start and then feelings start, but I don't know. I'm not. I don't want to get into the quantum physics or the psychology of it at this point. But they are associated with each other. Feelings and emotions are associated with each other. Emotions and feelings are both an essential part of who you are, a part of who you are. And I don't mean that it's who you are. It's a part of you, like your finger. Your finger is a part of who you are. Your eyes are part of who you are. Your legs and your body is a part of who you are. Your being able to see, your vision is a part of who you are, but it's not who you are. All right. If all of those things were taken away, if this body was gone, the real you would be there, and your body's not even who you are. All of this is a tool and an instrument. It's part of the gifts and the abilities and the powers that we use here in this three-dimensional world that we live in, right? But anyway, emotions and feelings are essential parts of who and what we are, but they again are not who we are. And oh yeah, yes, yes, and a capital yes. Feelings and emotions can be messy, they can be complicated, they can be very confusing, they can be hurtful, they can throw you for a loop, they can, set you back to today, to base to, back to go. They can they can really do a job on you, but they are still not you. And they're still not there to control your life. They're only there to guide you forward in your life and on your path. Have them because they are tools in your toolbox. They are tools in your creative toolbox. You're part of those powers and abilities that you're given while you're over here so that you can manifest and create the wonderful life that you have, either by default, because that's what you do. You're just going to do it whether you realize it or not, or by intention, intentionally delivering, intentionally manifesting. So emotions and feelings can be uh, can be confusing, like I said. They can be complicated, like I said. They can be very unfamiliar. They can be almost as unfamiliar as a foreign language is sometimes to your ears or to your tongue. I can't speak German. Can you? I wouldn't know how to even fix my tongue to say too many German words. And that's how feelings can be. Feelings can be so foreign to us because one of the reasons, and I'm not beating up on anybody and I'm not pointing fingers at anybody because I am a mom too, I'm a parent too. But a lot of times we were not taught properly about feelings. So we kind of we're at a disadvantage now in this age because now we have to undo a lot of things and redo and rethink and reprocess and change. It's all of that is tweaking our perception. And it's when we get to be older, it's a challenge. But we know. So if we're these moms and we got these little kids, we want to let them know that feelings are okay. You got them, and they're not good and they're not bad. They're just yours, and you you own them, and you observe them and you embrace them and you don't hide from them and you don't stuff them back in a closet or back in the back somewhere or pretend that they're not there. You express them. That's what Chandler was talking about. Chandler was saying that it's okay. It's okay to have feelings. I'm gonna have my feelings and I'm gonna express them and I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna use them to carry me on my merry way in this beautiful life journey that I'm on. They're gonna be that's part of my creative arsenal, okay? So I'm going to use them. I'm going to be like Chandler. I'm going to use my emotions and my feelings and I'm going to manifest the heck out of everything with them, okay? But anyway, emotions, like I said, emotions can be foreign to you. They can be just as foreign as a foreign language is. But the more understanding or the deeper you come to, the deeper your understanding is about your feelings and your emotions, you learn to, and especially the negative ones, because we tend to, I don't want to, I don't want to deal with anger. I don't want to deal with fear. I don't want to deal with all these emotions. That's negative stuff. I don't want to deal with that. But they're feelings too, and they're yours, and they're necessary. They're part of, yeah, they're part of the gift that you were given to be here and to do what you claim to do. You need them. Okay. So even the negative ones, even the ones, the difficult ones, even the ones that you rather not have to deal with, you still want to have an understanding and awareness of them. And you still want, if they visit you, you still want to be able to identify them and name them, observe them, and you can decide how long you're going to entertain them. Okay, you can decide if you want to wallow in it a while or if you want to get on up and enough of that. Let's get on with the next feeling or whatever. You decide whether you want to dwell on them, but they should never, ever, ever prevent you from going forward in your life and to manifest what you want in your life. You don't have to settle for stuff coming into your life that you mistakenly manifested. If you figure that they were a mistake, fix it, tweak it, flip that switch, and manifest. Hey, stop manifesting tired you, sick you, worried you, scared you, broke you, whatever. Stop manifesting that and manifest some good stuff. Manifest some stuff that's gonna raise your vibration and raise your status and raise you up and put you in places where you want to be rather than the things that's where you think you feel like you're stuck. All right. Yeah. Yeah. The very first thing I want you to understand about feelings tonight, besides the fact that they're not you, that they're not you. The next thing, or really even the first thing I want you to know, because you have a tendency to want to make them you. Let's understand first of all, they're not good or bad. There's no such thing as a bad feeling. There's no such thing as a good feeling. They're just feelings, right? So the thing I want you to get settled in your mind after you understand that you're not a feeling, that they're not either good or bad. They're just feelings. They're just a feeling. They're just an energy. It's an energy. What constitutes or what you can judge as being bad or good is how they serve you, how well they serve you, or the consequences or the what follows them, the consequences of those feelings and those emotions. The consequence of being, feelings of sick and tired, you end up having a sick and tired body. Hello. Well, I don't want to have a sick and tired body. I got things I want to do. You got to get up and get going. You got to be well. Come on, you got to do this. So no, I don't want. I want those feelings to serve me, to serve me, to serve me, to serve my manifestation powers, my manifestations abilities and skills. I wanted to do. I wanted to bring me the goodness of life, the best things in life. Then I wanted to guide me away from or through and around situations that don't benefit or don't, it's not for my good or for the good of anyone for that matter. All right. So feelings are neither good nor bad. Consequences or what follows them, what you do with those feelings, how you process them, and how you work through those feelings. That's what's the consequences, and that is what is deemed good or bad, or what serves or don't serve you. I'll just put it like that. I like to kind of downplay good and bad, most the best I could. The truth is, Negative and positive emotions are essentially, again, for our well being. We'd be, we'd be doing ourselves an injustice, total injustice, if we only preferred a life of just being happy all the time, you know? In fact, how you know you're not happy? I mean, how you know you're happy if you've never experienced being, how do you know you're not feeling happy if you've never experienced being sad, you know? Or how do you know you are not feeling brave or courageous if you never was a coward or shied away from something or ran away from something? How do you know you're not feeling a sense of pride when you never experienced being ashamed or feeling guilty? You know, we live in a polarity, a polar world. 3D is a polar dimension, right? From one extreme to the other on one spectrum of, of happy. At the other end of that spectrum is unhappy, it's misery. One end of the spectrum of love, that's what I'm going for, is fear. And then there's along that whole spectrum is various degrees of that love and that fear. Right? So we live in that, and in order to understand and appreciate it, either or, we've got to have the experience, and we have to have it. I can't feel the emotions of you that's moving around in your body. I can't feel the tightness in your belly when I'm frustrated. Okay, I can't feel that. I make you can tell me that you're frustrated, and I can tell you I can think that I feel the similar, but you really don't know what I feel when I'm frustrated. You don't know how I'm feeling when I'm feeling blissful, so full of love and joy. I can imagine what you feel, but I don't know what you feel. You have to experience that for yourself. So it's for our well-being. It helps us grow and be better and be more by experiencing both ends of the spectrum, or along the spectrum anyway. All right. We're not the spectrum, by the way. We're not fear. We're not, we're none of that. We're just, we are created beings who can use that spectrum to express and feel and experience joy and sadness and happiness and all those feelings, okay? All the feelings that you can have. Emotions are, again, they're not good or bad, they just are. Emotions are automatic reaction that manifest in our bodies as we're triggered. All right, now I'll talk a little bit about triggered because we can't control triggers usually. And usually the triggers come so that it gives us the opportunity to have the experience, and not only to have the experience, but to demonstrate and understand and learn how to process that. All right. And we want to process it for the good, for our good and the good of the higher good for all that we can. That's what we wanted. That's the ultimate goal, is to process it and to process it so that we can experience the goodness in our lives and the things that we want to manifest and bring in our lives, the joy and the happiness. That's why we trigger. So when we have, so we have control. We have control over how we process the feelings and how we get through the feelings, whether we avoid them or stuff them down or put them aside or run away from them or just face them head on or whatever. However we process, we get to decide how we do it. All right. We don't get to decide when it's triggered. Unless you're like, some folk like hermits, and they just kind of go they go dwell in a cave somewhere, and that don't not be bothered by anybody. So chances are they're not gonna get triggered too much unless it's a spider or a lizard or something that crawls around. But you know, God can use a lizard to trigger you if he needs to teach you something or two. Okay, but anyway, it's how we behave after the trigger that we and the feeling. Uh, that's the lesson. That's the point behind the trigger. That's the point behind the need for the experience is so that you can learn how to process it. Like I said, we don't control the trigger. We do have control over how we allow the emotion to impact us and how we allow the emotion to create a reaction or a response to with us. This understanding is so essential. It's so very basic and it's so essential just in gaining control and maintaining control of this valuable, necessary, creative, powerful tool called feeling and emotions. All right. Now, again, feelings and emotions, that's the glue, that's the stuff that you have to have. You have to have it in order to manifest. You could speak it all day long, but if you're sitting there like a cold fish, no feelings, it ain't going to manifest. Feelings have to, the feelings is the energy, that's the emotion, that's the turning and the movement of the energy that's going to magnetize whatever it is that you're trying to create to you. It's going to move stuff in and out, in and about and around, so that it can bring it about, so that you can see it in your reality, whatever it is that you're manifesting. So you need feelings. You need feelings as part of that creative. It's in your toolbox. It's in a toolbox for you to use so that you can manifest and create. So understanding the understanding of feelings and how they operate and why we have them and how to use them, that's very, very basic to who you are and what you are and how you are, all right? And how you do what you do. Feelings. You speak, you think, you emote with emotions, you feel, you stir that energy starts moving about in and around, not only in your body, but in somebody else's body and in the world, and it brings about whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. Feelings is a very important creative tool. It's a very, very important. Your feelings and your emotions are, along with your thoughts, even those moods. Even those moods have something to do with your power of manifestation and creativity. All right. But let's look at these feelings for just a little bit. Let's see how they work both, how you can use them both ways. Let's look at anger, just for a little bit. It's perfectly Anger is a perfectly normal in energy. It's a perfectly normal feeling. It's perfectly normal. Anger often helps us, get this, identify our boundaries. Because we know when we get angry, somebody's crossed the line. All right? The line that we set. And sometimes, we forget to tell people that there's the line, that this is my boundary. So we get the opportunity when we get angry. Oh, we can backtrack and say, oh, maybe I didn't tell them that, they don't, this is not something that I can deal with or I'm going to tolerate or it's just not going to happen in my world, you know. So, okay, so I can either, jump all in their face or I can say, okay, maybe they didn't know. Maybe I forgot to tell them. And I can go back and tell them. Or I could go at the other end, smack them around a bit, say a few nasty things about them and their mom and their kids and their babies, whatever. Or I could do what serves the higher good for all concerned and say, look, you see that line right there? You crossed it. You crossed it when you da 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 yada yada yada. Yep. Yeah. Please don't do that again because it caused me. It angered me. It angered me. I feel angry because you did that, and that's a feeling that it's not. I don't like that. I don't like to feel angry. I want to love you. I want to be your pal. I don't want to be angry with you. So that's the line. So don't cross that line next time, okay? Okay. And then you still got a friend. You got a friend, and you did the right thing. You did a good thing, okay? Let's look at a good feeling. Let's look at a good feeling. All right. It's a good one. This is a good one. Happy. You're happy. This is something that's going to make you happy. You just got a promotion. Your boss promoted you. You're the director at work. You're this new director. So you're gonna feel happy about that. Of course you are. You're gonna feel good because hey, you've been striving for this job for, a year and a half, and it finally landed, and yes, I am happy. All right? You can take that two ways, okay? You can take it two ways. You can respond by being happy, being elated, being proud of yourself, enjoying the moment, walking around your new office, planning out your new wardrobe, how you're going to spend your first vacation, how you're going to spend, take your, all the things you can do that. You can be proud of your accomplishments. You're advancing your career. I'm on my way. You can pat yourself on the back, high five everybody, or you can get a big head. You can get a little arrogant. You can get a little boastful, judgmental. Get on your high horse. Start looking down on folk. You can go both ways with it. Okay. So it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. What I'm pointing out to you is it's a feeling. They're just a feeling. You decide how you are going to process the feeling. Right? Right? You decide whether you're going to take anger and you're going to smash some heads, or you're going to take anger and you're going to politely educate, inform, help show this person how you are expected, how you want and desire to be treated. All right. So either way, feelings are feelings. They're neither good or bad. It's you decide. You make them one or the other. That's the result that you make them. Okay. And they are not you. They're just, they're a tool. They're a tool that you can step into and be a better you, or you can step into and be a horror. Okay? It's all up to you. You decide how you want to react and respond or behave as a result of how you're feeling. Whether it's a happy feeling that that you welcome, or whether it's one of those feelings that you want to avoid. All right? You still decide. You decide how, and if when you're angry, you decide how long you're going to, dwell in that anger. You decide how long you're going to be upset and angry with that person that stepped across the line. All right? You can decide how long you're going to be angry with her or him. You can decide whether it's going to destroy a relationship, or just this is the end of it. You decide that. So, bottom line is, my point is, feelings are neither good nor bad. It's what you do with that feeling that makes it good or bad, or whether it serves you or not serve you. All right? Let's see. I want to make sure I've got all the emotions regulated. Okay. Regardless of their intensity, but it's okay. It's the next, yes. I'm going to just kind of wrap up a little bit just by talking a little bit about Christmas and the holidays. This particular message, I chose this message tonight because it is a time, Christmas is a time of in the holidays, when feelings are very intensified, and emotions they run the full spectrum across from, the highest high to the lowest low. We have people that are so excited and so joyous, like myself, so excited about Christmas because I get an opportunity to, go back down memory lane and remember, you know, as a little girl driving through the neighborhoods and looking at the lights with my grandma, and how that's one of the things that she loved to do at Christmas time. Just we get in the car and just drive around the neighborhood, just looking at lights. There, and putting up our decorations and baking in the kitchen. It brings back all of those lovely memories for me, and you have your own, and I'm sure that most of us are very joyous and excited, and full of the wonderful, wonderful spirit of Christmas. But then there are people who are not. There are people who were not here last year, or not here this year, that were here last year, and family members. Like, for instance, my girlfriend, she was here last year. She celebrated with her grandkids. She may have gone out of the country to be with them, because I think part of her family lives lives out of the country. She had an opportunity to spend time with her family, and they had time to be and spend time with her and love on her, and she's not here this year. So I would just suspect that some of them, there's some of them and others who are going to be unhappy and depressed and sad and not full of joy and not, merry and bright like we are, or I am. So being aware of that, being aware of how our feelings are just feelings and they're not who we are will help us get through the holiday season ourselves, those of us who are merry and bright and happy and joyous and excited and can't wait, to get cookies out of the oven, or those who are just pull the cover over their head and close the door and leave me alone and no, I'm not putting up a tree and no, I'm not doing this or whatever. And I'm because I'm sad and I'm depressed and I hate this time of year because all it does is bring back these terrible memories. I don't have any great fun. There are people like that. There are people like that. And if you know somebody like that, understanding about feelings and how feelings operate can help you be more compassionate and understanding and giving and helpful and supportive of them, right? Spread your joy, spread your cheer. But when you see someone who can't pick it up and can't lift that load or that heaviness of their feelings, share with them. Share with them the understanding that you have, that you now understand, that you now possess, and that you have the opportunity to practice and to experience in your own life and prove that it works and it does happen, it does work. You can help them, be supportive of them. So while on the one hand, we've got people that are just ecstatic and just crazy happy that this is the wonderful time of the year. And then there are others who are depressed and their family discord and just you know from I mean depressed. And like I said before, Christmas, this time of year, the week before, the week between Christmas and New Year's, is the highest incidence of suicide ever in the country, and it's probably in the world. So you get an opportunity to keep your eyes open and keep your heart available so that you can share your understanding. Baby, this is help them carry the load for a bit, to lift it up off of them and get them through this time, to see them to January 1st, that they don't have to, go to the extreme to leave here because feelings are, you're not your feelings. You are not your feelings. I know it feels heavy. I know it feels so real to you. But you know what? Tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow is a new day. January 1st, we're done with the holidays. They're behind us. You can help somebody. You can help yourself and you can help somebody. Having the awareness and understanding again can alert you not only to what's happening in your life, but you may be able to spot somebody who may be a little bit more heavy, a little bit heavier, is carrying a heavier load than you are. I just want to share a couple of more things uh, about feelings. Just want to kind of point a couple of things out to you. Kind of hold on to these. Always be true to your feelings. I know we weren't taught this growing up, but always be true to your feelings because the more you deny what you feel, the stronger that feeling gets. It's like, I will not be denied. No, you will not tell me who I'm not, okay? You're not going to ignore me because I'm going to show you I'm here to stay until you decide that you name me. You name me, then maybe I'll disappear. That's what feelings are. Observe your feelings, observe them, anger, fear, sadness, as something that is separate from you. It's not you. I am not anger. No, you're not. I am not sadness. No, you're not. You're Jean. You're Jackie. You're Jai. You're Q. You're John. You are who you are. You are that I am and all that I am. But you're not any of these feelings. All right? The more you hide your feelings, the more they show up. And the more you deny them again, the more they grow up. All right? You apologize for mistakes. You do not apologize for feelings. I have my feelings. Thank God I have my feelings because they help me, guide me through this wonderful life that I live. They're mine. They're mine. But they're not me. They're mine. All right? You are not your feelings. And they do not have to control you. You control them. It's your tool. Tools are never allowed to use themselves, okay? Watch those robots, okay? Your thoughts and your feelings create your life. Understand that. That's part of that. It's a creative tool. It's in your toolbox. That's why I'm talking about it. talking about your tools in your toolbox, your creative tools. Okay. I want to give you just a few suggestions, and I'm going to be out of here. A few suggestions that you, along with being aware of your feelings and what they're not, and who, and where they are, and who they're not you. Everything that I talked about tonight. Add this to the list. These are just a few things that will kind of help you get through some of the stresses and the pressures of the holidays. And also, you can look around and maybe suggest these to some folk that may be walking around with their heads down, or they may be carrying a heavy load. Prioritize self care. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Maintain healthy habits. Okay. And I know it's holidays, and I know, you have a tendency to want to, do some extra things, but just remember, just like feelings pass, time will pass too, and it's going to be the 1st of January, and you're going to have all those pounds to lose, and, oh, just healthy habits, maintain them. Accept help and seek support. If you need help, don't be afraid to ask. I'm a life coach. If you just want to talk to somebody or reach out to somebody, hello, I'm here. And also reach out to one another. If you see somebody with their head down, give them a smile, and give them part of your smile. Smiles are contagious. Set necessary and appropriate boundaries. All right. Set them, but be nice when you set them. Don't react out of anger because somebody didn't they didn't respect it because you forgot to tell them. So make sure you tell them. All right. Adopt and maintain an attitude of gratitude. Perfect time for act of kindness. It's the best time of the year for that. To practice gratitude and giving and receiving, both gratitude that you are able to give and gratitude that somebody is blessing you with a gift. All right? Set realistic expectations. It's Christmas. It's Christmas, and it's going to be January the 5th, and the bill's going to roll in. So, be real. Just be real. You know what you can do and what you can't do. All right? Plan ahead and be prepared when and where you can. All right? Set some goals for yourself, set some intentions, and follow through with them. I'm closing by encouraging you this Christmas to give yourself the gift of your true identity. You're not your feelings, and your feelings do not control you. They don't keep you anywhere that you don't want to be, that you don't choose to be. All right? Remember, you experience feelings and emotions. You're not your feelings, and you're not your emotions. No longer do we claim, I am a feeling, or I am a thought, or I'm an emotion, or I'm a mood, because I'm not. I, you, are much, much more than any feeling or thought or emotion or word or mood could ever be. You are that I am. Take care of what you call I am. Right? Good night. Until next week, hopefully I'll see you guys next week and you'll join us with John being here. And until then, manifest best. Know that God loves you, and so do I. Take care. Good night.